Hey everyone, today I'm going to be counting down my top 10 movies based on video games. Now, unfortunately, the animated Resident Evil movies don't qualify, since they are not adaptations of the games, rather they exist in the same continuity as the games. However, there's still like 30 plus movies I've seen that qualify, so lots to choose from. So much crap. As always, I'm just going to put out a general spoiler alert. Starting off, at number 10 is Mortal Kombat 2021. I still love this movie. It's not great, but it's entertaining as hell. The writing, acting, action, and kills are all better than Paul W.S. Anderson's original movie, and I love that they took the plot in a different direction. In-Chin Han is very good as Shang Tsung. He doesn't quite live up to Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa, but he's good in his own right. Hiroyuki Sanada and Joe Talzin are both great despite their limited screen time. Louis Tan, Jessica McNamee, Tadanobu Asano, Ludi Lin, and Max Huang are all good if not great, and Josh Lawson absolutely steals the show as Kano. He is the best part of the movie. I like some of the changes they made. I like that Liu Kang is now just this chill monk instead of the Chosen One with a stick up his ass. Like, you can still tell he's Liu Kang, but, like, this is a Liu Kang who led a slightly different life. I love that Bi-Han is actually responsible for the slaughter of Scorpion's people, instead of it being Quan Chi's trickery. I like Reptile's more animalistic design. Also, Kung Lao's buzzsaw hat kill is definitely the best kill in any of the Mortal Kombat movies, or at least in any of the live-action ones.
Flawless victory.
The score is 3.5 out of 5. Number 9 is Tomb Raider. This movie doesn't really stray far from your typical origin story formula, and it does suffer from some of the same problems as other video game adaptations, but I think it mostly makes up for it. I think the problem is just that by the time this movie came out, movies with Tomb Raider-esque plots had already become semi-common. So when you release them, so then when you actually have a movie based on them, it feels like more of the same to a certain extent. Alicia Vikander is great. I like Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft, but I prefer Alicia Vikander's version, both in terms of performance and writing. Similar to John Wick, she bucks a lot of the typical action hero cliches in portraying this character. She's definitely not a Mary Sue. She loses fights, she makes mistakes, she grows as a person throughout the film. When she goes crashing through the jungle, she doesn't have perfect hair upon landing, and she gets hurt several times, and at least some of them have lasting effects. And she actually shows real emotion apart from
No surprise!
when she's facing extreme danger, whether it's falling hundreds of feet, or trying to escape a ship in a storm, or crawling on and through a 70-plus-year-old crashed plane. She shows genuine fear.
Really?
she actually has a realistic emotional reaction when she's forced to kill someone for the first time. Granted, she is killing people fairly remorselessly after that, but, you know, still. Aside from Vikander, Dominic West is pretty good as Richard Croft, and Walton Goggins does a very good job of putting his own spin on the slightly unhinged guy who is, like, he's still there. Like, he's not fully crazy, but he's at the point where he is willing to kill so that he can get home to his family. The action is mostly well done. I do think it takes a little too long to get to the island, but once we do, things really pick up. My score is 3.5 out of 5. Number 8 is Silent Hill. Could you remove Sean Bean's entire subplot without affecting the main plot very much? Yes. Does having him there add a little bit more emotion to the ending? Also yes. Look, this movie has plenty of problems that you could pick apart, but that doesn't make it any less gorgeous to look at or impactful to watch. The acting is solid across the board. Even the kid actress is pretty good. I haven't played the games. Actually, unless I say otherwise, just assume I haven't played the games for any of these. I've played one of the Mortal Kombat games, but so far that's it. I haven't played two. Well, no, wait, no. I played the iOS version of like one of the old blocky Tomb Raider games. So I've played those two. I haven't played Silent Hill, but I know a little bit. So I know that there's a lot of religious imagery here. Some of it may not belong, thanks to the director having a tendency to do that. But I love this portrayal of religion, because this is not how all religious people are, obviously, but there are a lot of people in the real world who, with attitudes very similar to the religious people in this movie, and by extension, the games. They accuse everyone around them of being the problem, even when it's pretty obvious they themselves are the problem. And that's not even just a religious thing. There are people in general who are like that. But still. Anyway, a lot of the CGI is kind of dated, but some of it holds up pretty well. They do a great job of setting up a creepy atmosphere, which is something that a lot of video game movies are lacking, and also just movies in general. And I love what we learn once the heroine finally gets to where she's going and she finds out the truth and realizes, oh, this is so much worse than I ever imagined. It's good stuff. My score is 3.5 out of 5. Number 7 is the Super Mario Bros. Movie. No, the other one. I mean, this movie isn't a masterpiece or anything, but, like, it doesn't have to be. It is exactly what it needs to be. The animation is gorgeous, the writing is good, and the voice acting is solid. Even Chris Pratt, he was fine. And, like, the whole accent thing, nah, it's fine. They address it. They literally address it. Where, like, he has a slight Italian accent, and then when he and Luigi do the commercial, then they really turn it up to 11 and to make themselves like exaggerated Italian.
We're the Mario Brothers, and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. When your sink is in trouble, you could call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers.
It's me, Mario.
And Luigi.
Are you tired of paying too much for plumbing? Mamma mia! That's why the Super Mario Brothers are here. To save Brooklyn.
And the Queens.
And your wallet.
Thank you, Super Mario Bros. It seems like the only thing you haven't drained is my bank account.
Forget the expensive plumbing companies where you're just a face. With the Super Mario Brothers, you're family. Wow, you were great.
I like that. That's good. It works. Especially in context, it just works. I've played a couple of Mario games, mainly Mario Kart, but also Mario Party 8, among others. Anyway, I love this movie. Like, it's messy, but it's the good kind of messy. It feels like Mario. I do think they crammed in a little too much, which is similar to how I feel about Alita Battle Angel, but we'll get to that another day. But no, I think it works. Like, I love the fight against Donkey Kong. I just love everything that is Jack Black as Bowser.
Peaches, 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 peaches. Ah! Oh, yeah! Oh, peaches! Peaches! What?
Like, I love that it turns into PG Mad Max for a few minutes. My one complaint is that I wish we had seen more of Mario and Luigi together, although I do like that they put that spin on the typical formula where usually it's Mario and Luigi rescuing Peach, but now it's Mario and Peach rescuing Luigi. And considering this movie made bank, there's a very good chance we're getting a sequel, and in fact, editor Ryan, check and see if it's been confirmed or not. Anyway, my score is 3.5 out of 5. Number 6 is Sonic the Hedgehog. Phil Mento has a whole video on why this movie just works, why this movie bucks the video game curse. So I won't go into detail on that, except to say I wholeheartedly agree with pretty much everything he said. This movie knows what it's doing. I will say, I actually prefer the buddy comedy jokes over Jim Carrey doing his thing. I like the banter between Cyclops and Sonic.
Well, I guess this is the kind of place you could get a lot of living done in a short period of time. Suppose we can spare an hour?
What? You're gonna bucket list with me?
Sure, why not?
You won't regret this.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I will.
You've heard the rumors. I know they're pretty bad. The only thing worse than rumors are the cold hard facts. I ain't no angel, but maybe you like it like that. Mama told me.
Haha, new high score.
It works for me. However, I do enjoy Jim Carrey doing his thing.
I like the way you smile at me. I felt the heat that enveloped me. And what I saw, I like to see. I never... and lives in people's minds. Evil grows in the dark.
Jim Carrey is so good as Eggman. I just... Thank you, sir, for all you have done. Just the visualization of Sonic's powers, the way they brought it to life, just works so well. Like, goddamn. The characters are actually likable. They take the time to properly establish the characters before things go sideways. And you actually care about the characters, and they grow throughout the movie. And it just works so well. My score is 3.5 out of 5. Number 5 is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Okay, take most of what I just said about the first movie, apply it to this one, because same. Including the bit about Phil Mento, because he also covered this movie, and I agree with pretty much everything he said. We don't deserve Idris Elba.
Nailed it.
This guy is always trying to spoil a bad thing.
Oh, you guys are here too? Took the long way, huh?
Is everything a joke to you? Why must you constantly interfere with my destiny?
Because my destiny is to protect my friends and family.
I think I just threw up in my mouth.
And if you want that emerald, you're gonna have to go through me. Whoa!
The Echidna's taking no prisoners today! Sonic has heart, but will he lose the quill to live?
Like its predecessor, this isn't a masterpiece, but it is a fun and emotionally charged movie, and I think it's a small step up. If the Sonic movies keep improving at this rate, the 10th movie is gonna be a masterpiece. I love the addition of Knuckles and Tails. Tails was a little annoying, but mostly fine. He had like a few small annoying moments, but mostly fun to watch. And again, like Sonic in the first movie, you come to care about him and you actually come to like him. Knuckles, oh my god, Idris Elba as Knuckles is just ugh. Look, much like Donkey Kong, Knuckles is an idiot, and that is accurately portrayed here. I have not played any of the main Sonic games. Oh god, no! The only Sonic game I've played was one of the really basic ones for like iPod Nano, I think. But yeah, I love that this movie is, again, even though this is a sequel, it still takes the time to re-establish the characters from the previous movie and establish the new ones as well. Like in the first movie, there are some things where you just have to, you know, suspend your disbelief a little, but it's nothing egregious, so it works. And once again, Jim Carrey is just absolutely delightful. My score is 3.5 out of 5. Number 4 is Mortal Kombat Legends Snowblind. The plot is something new and interesting, at least with regards to the movies. I know they've done time travel and all that in the games in the past. The voice acting is solid and the action is just great.
Well, they don't just sit there. Get off your asses, people! Oh, yeah!
Kenshi being a blind swordsman, that I can swallow. Kenshi losing these fingers on both hands and still being able to wield his swords with only the 3 fingers? That's a little harder to swallow, because, I mean, you lose your pinky, and there goes, like, a decent amount of your grip strength. Not even kidding, that's a thing. I don't remember exactly, but, like, I want to say it was like you lose your pinky and that takes away like 50% of your grip strength or hand strength or something. I don't know. Editor Ryan, see what you can find. Yeah, I love that we get something different this time around. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get the continued story of characters from the first 2 movies, but, you know, it's kind of justified in universe. I like that it starts out with a bit of a slow build. I like that we get a switch up of who is in power. Kano is the big bad this time around, and Shang Tsung is still in his normal role, but instead of serving Shao Kahn, he serves Kano. I like that. And I like that we get, what was his name? Aaron Black from Mortal Kombat X. Again, I haven't played Mortal Kombat X, but I literally just watched the kill count for it this morning, so I know that's where he was introduced. He's here. And he and his little gang are badass. I feel like they could have been better developed, but they're fine. They're perfectly fine. The score is 4 out of 5. Number 3 is Pokemon Detective Pikachu. This movie is well acted, visually stunning, and most importantly, fun.
I have an idea.
What are you doing?
Oh, what's this?
Oh, there's a door there. I didn't, probably because it's invisible.
Yeah. I'm in your space now, right? You don't like this so much, do you?
What are you doing? That's a jug. Okay, no, you're pouring.
No.
Salt. It's a salt shaker. You're cooking.
No.
Real cooking is about following your heart, not a recipe.
What are you talking about?
Gas. You're pouring gasoline. That went dark fast. I like this. I like this very much.
All right. Okay, you wanna play that game? We can play that game. You think that's funny? You think that's funny, huh? I'll be laughing soon. Huh? Who's laughing now, huh?
Oh, I smell what you're stepping in. That's right, Mr. Mime. You're about to be Mr. Melt unless you start talking.
Ryan Reynolds doesn't have as much range as I once thought, but he does have some range, and it's not like he's playing the same character every time. It's like his characters are blank tuplets, and like each of them has a similar personality, but not exactly the same. But he shines as the voice of Pikachu. Justice Smith is pretty damn good. Bill Nighy is great as usual. John Matheson's cinematography is the level of awesome I've come to expect since he did Logan. Henry Jackman's musical score is fresh and exciting. Pokemon designs range from adorable to creepy as shit. Although they all look great. Like, they are all of good quality, regardless of cute or creepy or scary or whatever. I love all the little Easter eggs we get. And also I love that apparently the reason Okay, so I have played a lot of Pokemon, but my Pokemon gaming is almost exclusively limited to Leaf Green and Emerald. Trying to think. Oh, sorry, no. Blue, Leaf Green, and Emerald. I never played the Detective Pikachu game. I didn't even know Detective Pikachu was a game. I just thought this game was based on, like, the Pokemon franchise as a whole, with a new spin on it. But no, it turns out there actually is a Detective Pikachu game. So that's cool. I might have to play it at some point. Anyway, my score is 4 out of 5. Number 2 is Mortal Kombat Legends: Scorpion's Revenge. You know, considering this movie's budget, the animation is great. I love how violent these animated Mortal Kombat movies are. I love that we actually get to see the X-ray damage of the heavy hits. This movie goes the most in-depth into Scorpion's backstory, and I love it. This is a far cry from just another Shang Tsung minion in the 95 movie. My favorite little joke is that Johnny thinks he's here for an acting gig, and Raiden just lets him believe that, right up until one of the Tarkatans is trying to kill him. I originally thought this was Baraka, but no, apparently it's just a different Tarkatan, and Baraka pops up in the second movie. And with regards to the 95 movie, I love that we get a switch up of who fights who. Johnny Cage fights the Tarkatan, Sonya fights Reptile, Liu Kang fights Goro. Liu Kang versus Goro was kick-ass.
Well done. Truly, I underestimated you. But I am bored now. Goro, playtime is over.
The voice acting is great, the music is good, the script is tight. The only Mortal Kombat game I played is, like, the iOS game, so I haven't played any of, like, the main games, but I know a decent amount about them, so I understood some of the references and some of the Easter eggs. And this is just a great movie. My score is 4 out of 5. Alright, before we get to the number 1, here are some honorable mentions. Mortal Kombat, 1995. Pokemon, the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back. Pokemon 3, the movie. Resident Evil. Mortal Kombat Legends, Battle of the Realms. Finally, number 1 is Werewolves Within. I know nothing of the game this is based on. I know it apparently took some liberties, but like the core premise is the same. This movie finds a near perfect balance between horror and humor. We have a talented cast playing memorable characters. The film is well crafted from a technical standpoint.
Out of curiosity, who is packing?
I am, yes sir, America.
Who else is packing, dog?
Wow.
I have Dave's hunting rifle, if that would be helpful.
Oh, gosh. I almost forgot. I got... It's teensy. It's just a little... It's first gun.
Excuse you.
Okay.
It's
I think we should keep a gun in every room, just to be safe.
Yo, hold up! This dude Emerson wants to come down off his mountain maniac ass and eat our asses and fuck our skulls. Guess what? It's not gonna happen tonight because pam, I'm up in this shit.
Yeah. Where my gun goes, I goes.
Same. And I'm sleeping with my wife. Unless someone prefers that my gun stays in someone else's room. Cecily, do you have protection? Or...
I'm good.
Thank you. One more time. Raise your hand if you have a gun.
It's tiny. It's purse gun.
And if you don't have a gun, no gun.
Margaret's got my gun.
Well, we're having a good old-fashioned sleepover.
With guns, though.
With guns, yeah.
It starts out with the premise of basically a game of Mafia, or Among Us, or Werewolf game, or whatever your version of it is called. It doesn't, I wouldn't say it forgets about that as it goes on, but it kind of focuses less and less on that, which is a bit disappointing, but I think it still works. And for what it's worth, the ultimate reveal is a pretty solid one. So, there's that. My score is 4 out of 5. Hey everyone, what are your favorites? And how pissed are you at me right now? Let me know down in the comments. Like and subscribe and all that. If you don't like the video, tell me why. Then subscribe anyway, so you'll be notified when I upload a new video, and you can tell me why those suck. I have a Patreon. Mostly I've been uploading reactions to my old videos, but recently I've been doing some other stuff as well. It's 2 tiers. The first tier is just access to exclusive content. The second tier is you can commission tribute videos. All I need is a song and like 3 or more movies that are connected in some way, whether it's by a common theme or a character or a franchise or whatever the case may be, like Wolverine or Blade or sci-fi horror or action horror or, whatever the case may be. That's all for now. Stay safe in these crazy times.